Most people believe that lying is bad. Actually, that's not true. Most people believe that lying is sometimes bad. It's like 65% of people think it's okay in certain circumstances, which is probably a good thing, given that on average most people lie around 11 times a week. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we are talking about is some very interesting research I recently ran into. See, I ran into one study from Germany that said it's easier to lie if you're speaking in a second language. But then I found this other study from Chicago that said you're more likely to be honest when you're using a second language. And that's exactly the kind of morality-based research conflict that really gets me going.
Why are you the way that you are?
So what's going on with all these multilingual liars? Well, the first study that came from Würzburg? Hang on, I got this. 1 second.
Würzburg.
Okay, I don't got this. Germany. The first study that comes from Germany suggests that one reason it's easier to lie in a foreign language is because there's greater emotional distance. Because we don't have the same emotional response when we're speaking in a second language. That's something that's been proven time and time again. Throughout my life, I've spoken 3 languages, 2 of them poorly, and English is debatable. See, English is my native language, and then I learned Spanish to a functional but mediocre level.
Hola. Me gusta queso.
And then I learned Chinese while I was still studying Spanish, and it destroyed my brain. So now I can generally understand Spanish, but when I try to respond, it always comes out in Chinese. And in both Spanish and Chinese, I have a much lower emotional connection to the words I'm saying. That's why it's both easier and less impactful to swear in a non-native language. It just doesn't pack the same punch. And lying's the same way. There isn't that visceral response because it's more of a cognitive process than an emotional one. But, and it's a big but.
Wow, that's a pretty big butt.
Lying in a foreign language, and especially complex lies, takes more thought. Again, it's a cognitive process. Sure, I can toss out a really simple "对" if I need to lie about something in Chinese, and that's super easy, but a complicated lie is gonna take some thinking. And that's where our University of Chicago study comes in. They tested people from multiple countries and in multiple different languages and found that people were more likely to lie or cheat for personal gain when working in their native language. Their results indicated that the instinct to cheat when we know we can get away with it is a kind of impulsive decision, and that the longer someone thinks the decision through, the more likely they are to do the right thing. And working in a foreign language upsets that automatic cheat to get ahead response by forcing them to think about it differently and more thoroughly. But here's where it gets really fun. Everyone trusts people with foreign accents less. Okay, that's not the fun part. That's just discrimination. And discrimination isn't fun. Glad I got that one for you. This is the kind of hard-hitting moral and ethical wisdom that the people come here for. Discrimination isn't fun. I'm standing by it. But in basically every country, people with foreign accents are considered less trustworthy. And that's a really deeply rooted response. Even babies respond that way. Even babies who can't talk respond that way. But since people with foreign accents are obviously speaking in a second language, this research indicates that, if anything, a foreign accent should make someone more trustworthy. So if you ever find yourself believing stereotypes about those dang dishonest foreigners cheating you, just realize that statistically, you are actually more likely to cheat them. If you want a say in what kind of content is going to be here on the channel, make sure you subscribe to it, because I'm going to be doing a lot of community polls and posts and questions, getting your feedback on what kind of stuff you want to see and how we can make it really cool together. So make sure that you subscribe, like, hit all the buttons, comment, bell, YouTuber words, and just get out there and make the world a better place.